So this next poem is a little bit less about dumpster diving and poetry readings. It's called The Dragon Speaks of St. George. All right, I don't live on Staten Island, clearly, but I was asked by a friend of mine who does to write a poem for the St. George Day Festival there. I'm not sure why. I've been there a total of, I think, 4 times. But there was this, apparently this is published in like a little like booklet of poems about St. George Day on Staten Island somewhere. But yeah, so that's the interesting story behind that. Interesting. All right. The Dragon Speaks of St. George. In the end, we were not so different. His teeth, too, were filed to points, each of our hands armored and clawed. If we both fell in love over and over again with the youngest women of the village, their hair tied up with heather, who could blame us? Sabra lifted her throat to me, too. How could I help but become silent with her girdle on my skin? It was not so hard, then, to curl my tongue the way he did, to breathe sound around its contours. And it was not so hard to tell him what to do. We each wanted to watch the hands turn palm up to us, rest the part of ourselves that was most tired. We each wanted to hear sounds we could not give names to. It is difficult to know what it is that kills a dragon, how much we bleed, how long between each breath. There was no book to tell them where my heart lay, no ancient song with lessons hidden between its lines to let them know where to cut, to puncture, what to burn. It is easy to fool people when you have the language. I know they say he took each man to the river, that he made a sign with his hands like the hilt of a sword before he pushed them down, but surely you know that men lie when it suits them. We slipped out in the night, broke his spear, knocked the holy circle from around his head with it, and we were both green, green, green.